one which is leading the charge currently at the high point of the day. But what's not doing well for us is the agri sector. That's because we've seen the worst locust attack in over 26 years. That's hit 5 of our states, which include the likes of Rajasthan, which is worst affected. The United Nations too has warned of severe risks to the Indian agri sector. So what are the analysts making of this? We have Sonal joining us with her takeaways from the analysts, and after that we'll have a couple of managements as well. Sonal, you go first.
Thanks a lot for that, Mangalam. As you rightly pointed out, it is the worst locust attack in last 26 years. And I spoke to a couple of analysts and they sound worried. The experts, they say that if this spreads faster, it can destroy all the crops on its way. And if not taken care of, it will be very severe damage to the agriculture sector. The analysts have said that rapid spread can be very harmful for even the upcoming Kharif season. Although there are not many standing crops as of now and most of them have been harvested, there are certain horticulture crops which are still there, and this could cause a damage to those crops. There are several molecules present in the market to tackle this, and some pesticides to tackle this particular locust attack are the likes of chlorophyrophis, deltamethrin, malathion, bendiocarb, malathion, some of them which will come up for you on the screen. And most of the listed agrochemical companies produce these stocks, and some of the major unlisted ones as well. ICICI Securities, on the other hand, says that they do not see an immediate impact as there is negligible standing crop in March to June. They think that such disruptive events create awareness among farmers to take care of their crop. However, they think that if the spread continues over June and July, this will definitely impact the Kharif crops. They say that chlorophyrophis is one of the key insecticides to tackle this particular locust attack. There can be combinations which can be used, but this one is the major one. While all the agrochemical companies produce this one, it is Garda Chemicals in the unlisted space which is the major producer of this particular chemical, and they think that if the dosages of these particular chemicals are used, this will be able to reduce the impact of locusts. Also remember, the pesticides that I have mentioned were also listed in the draft order that was issued by the government to ban 27 pesticides. So it will be interesting to see what is government stance on it right now, since these pesticides are important to control the locust attack.
Okay, all right. Sonal, thanks so much for that. Well, let's understand in further detail. We have Mr. Rajesh Agarwal, the Managing Director of Insecticides India, who joins us on the line. Hi, Mr. Agarwal. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, could you give us your initial, feedback that you've got, or you have some estimates in terms of what is the total damage that this locust attack has caused? And also, I believe that you manufacture deltamethrin. That's one of the insecticides that you manufacture. Could it be used to fight this damage that's been caused?
Locust is something which can cause a very big damage which we have not expected. Locust, as it was rightly said, has come after many decades, because for so many years it was not coming. It was only seen in the last year, where it was tackled in a big way by the villagers, by the companies and the government. All three pulled together and they attacked on locust. Locusts come in big flocks of crores. And when they move in the sky, they cover the sky like the cloud. Actually, the population is so big, and wherever they find the green, they will sit down and they will hatch. They will eat everything green. They can travel about 150 kilometers in one day at a very big speed, actually, and they have a good capacity. So the biggest problem is they should be killed at the border. They come from Arabian Sea via Pakistan to India, and generally they should be tackled in the Thar desert itself before coming to the main country or in the greener land. But today's problem is they have already entered into various states and they have come to the green area, though there is no standing crop at the moment except the horticulture crops. But still it is a big problem because they need to be controlled. The problem in controlling these locusts is they can be controlled only when they are sleeping at night. So they will settle somewhere 100 kilometers here or there. People don't know where they are going to settle at night when they sleep. At that time you can do the spray of various pesticides, including chlorpyrifos, bifenthrin, lambda, deltamethrin. We have also recommended Nuvan, which is DDVP, to the ministry, and also malathion. So there are certain insecticides which can be used, but they have to be sprayed by big boom sprayers so that they can travel a long distance and they can cover the locust population so that the sleeping population can be killed altogether. So it is a difficult task where again I believe that the farmer, the government and the industry will have to join together and will have to work day and night, because you have to identify at night in the midnight that what is the hiding place or what is the resting ground for these pests. It can be the forest, it can be a field, and then you have to spray the medicine. So this is a Herculean task actually, I can say, and they can do any sort of damage. And the type of entry which has happened during this time, they have come earlier, number one, and they have come in big numbers, which gives the big challenge actually for the cultivation of kharif crop.
Take a couple of products, which are used to kill these locusts, and what sort of demand do you foresee for these products? And we understand that a lot of these products were also part of the list that the government came out with to ban, the draft list that came by. So how do you foresee the situation right now?
I'm surprised by this list of 27 products which government has taken out for ban, because these are the key products which India is manufacturing actually, and India has gained the strength in manufacturing, I would say. So generally all the countries, they support their local manufacturing and not the imports, because these are all generic products, very popular among the farmer and very, very useful for all major pest infestation. And this does not only include insecticides, but it includes fungicides and herbicides also, which are very, very essential and not that damaging. So the list is very wide, and it includes more than 25% of India's business in the domestic market. And also on these products, India has developed a strength in the international markets to export these molecules. And I believe that all the generic molecules which are very, very cheap for the farmer, they are the barrier for the new upcoming molecules to penetrate in the market somehow. So that is a challenge, and that is why this crucial decision has happened and government has proposed the ban. So we will be giving our inputs to the government. We will be informing about the details, what they have asked or what they will be asking in future, and then we'll discuss about this.
All right, we'll discuss about that, but let's talk about the locust issue right now itself. If you could tell us roughly, what sort of exposure do you have to the states that are affected by this locust?
These are important states because Rajasthan, it starts from Rajasthan, coming down to MP, Gujarat, and then further states, like people are talking 6 states. So this includes almost 30-40% of insecticides in their business. So these are most important states from agriculture perspective, because if Punjab, Haryana, even UP or MP or Gujarat comes in, or even Maharashtra, I've heard Maharashtra also it has entered. So these are all big states actually. So if I include Maharashtra, then maybe about 50% of the company's total market is this. So very important market. And we'll be helping the government and the farmers to fight this locust. Yes, it includes chlorpyrifos, bifenthrin, deltamethrin, malathion, which are all the 4 medicines. They are included in the 27 products, and we have recommended DDVP, which is the very fast action insecticide, which is already banned, and we are carrying some stock. But if the government will need the support, we'll support with them with our existing stocks.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, thanks a lot for that. So we will keep an eye out on this situation as it develops. But importantly, 30 to 40% of the company's revenues come in from the affected states. So this menace must be taken note of and must be checked. We'll take a short break on that note.